Please note, this video is only for 3rd gen front-wheel drive Toyota Siennas. Some of the principles I'm using here could apply to other ones, but specifically I want to mention the method for all-wheel drive Siennas is different. So go read up on that before you watch this video any further if you're dealing with an all-wheel drive version. Now my Sienna has about 250,000 miles on it, and that passenger side CV axle was really stuck. I even tried making a makeshift slide hammer. I tied one end of a strap to the hammer here, put the other end onto the CV axle, and I tried basically swinging the hammer away, and I tried using that several times until, well, frankly, I got lucky. The ratchet strap frayed through and broke, which is fine. It's a cheap strap. But I would actually recommend you probably not use that method because the other end of that ratchet strap is actually metal, and so, you know, it could hurt. Instead, what I did is that I cut mine out. And when I cut mine out, I made 2 cuts. I made my first cut over here by the support bearing bracket. You can see this is a bracket just out of the car. So this is where I made my first cut. And I made my second cut over here, a couple inches off the transmission. Now I made it this way specifically so that I could spin the axle. And I decided to spin the axle so that I could make my cut through the axle evenly. And here's how I spun the axle. Step number 1, find you a good, godly Christian woman and marry her. Step number 2, make some babies. Step number 3, wait till they grow up till probably about, I would say no less than 8 years old, probably 10 to 12 is better. And then you jack up, is this step 4? I've lost track. You jack up the driver's side of the van, just enough to get this off the ground, and then you spin it. You have your kid spin the wheel. And then as you're spinning the wheel, the passenger side axle spins the other direction, because that's how park works. So here's how I did it. As I was first having my son spin it, I was cutting through using my angle grinder. And then once you get to a certain depth in that axle, because the axle is hollow, the angle grinder will want to grab a bit as you get close to that hollow center, and you would end up putting a big old nick in your engine block, which is a big no-no. That's when I switched to using the reciprocating saw with metal saw blades. You could also probably just use a metal reciprocating saw, and in fact, I would give that a soft recommend. It's going to take longer, and it'll probably cost you a bit more in blades than this would in cutting discs, but it's safer. You should probably also figure on this bearing, axle bearing inside of the support bracket being completely frozen. Let's see if I can zoom enough sitting here. And that isn't great. See these nice big dents? See these nice big dents in my crappy deck? Yeah, those dents are from me hitting it with that 3-pound hammer right there. And it would not come out. So you should probably just figure on having to buy a new one of these support brackets. They're about 50 bucks on Amazon. Rock Auto also has options. So hope this all helps. If you've got a stuck passenger side axle on one of these Siennas, don't spend all day fighting it like I did. Just cut it out. Just rip the Band-Aid off and move on with your day. Hope this all helps, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments.